Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I hope you're having a fantastic day. In this video, I want to share a post-burn review of Kringle Candle Santa's Workshop. This is one of 6 new fragrances that was released from Kringle Candle for the holiday 2025 season. This is actually my final review from the holiday 2025 collection. So if you missed my first 5 post-burn reviews, I'll go ahead and link those in the description box below this video here. I have also updated my playlist, so if you want to, you can also find all 6 of these reviews on my Kringle Candle playlist. You can find that on my main channel page. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this one. I'll have it linked at the top of the description box. If you're interested, I'll also put my discount code down there. Feel free to use that and save yourself a little bit of extra money at Kringle Candle. But without further ado, let's dig into this last fragrance for holiday 2025. Really quickly here before we get into the actual review, just in case you haven't seen my other Kringle Candle holiday 2025 collection reviews, I don't think that we are done seeing Christmas candles from Kringle, and I don't have anything like set in stone that I am able to tell you at this point in time, but typically what we have seen from Kringle in past seasonal releases is that we see the core collection, which is what these candles were. Then we will usually see some kind of reserve collection for that given season. And we usually also see some kind of limited edition release as well. So I can't tell you that is going to happen for sure. As soon as I hear anything, I will obviously let you guys know. But yeah, we typically have seen that in the past from Kringle. So I don't think we're done with Christmas candles yet from Kringle, so keep an eye out. Obviously, like I said, I'll update you guys, but if you are newer to shopping with Kringle, I just wanted you to be aware of what typically happens. So if you are disappointed by only seeing 6 candles for the holiday season, just stay tuned. But I too, I share that I'm a little bummed that we only got 6. With Country Candle being gone, I was hoping for at least 8 to 10 fragrances being released from the Kringle 2-wick jars this go around, but we just got the usual 6. So anyway, without further ado, let us now dive into the actual review here. Just wanted to give those of you that, like I said, are newer to the company a little bit of a heads up so that you can know what to expect. Also, if any of these seasonal releases, which again is what these last 6 reviews were, if any of these sell out in any of the formats, they should definitely be repoured. Seasonal releases are always restocked when they sell out. They might be out of stock for a couple of weeks, but they will get more out. So just know that. All right. Let's begin with the fragrance story, and then we'll go through the top, middle, and base notes. After that, we'll discuss the overall strength and throw. And then lastly, of course, we will we'll end it with the overall burn quality. All right. The scent story for Santa's Workshop reads: Step inside Santa's workshop, where the scent of polished wood and cherry toys fill the air with nostalgic cheer. Rich tobacco and soft suede hint at well-worn gloves and handcrafted magic. Grounded by warm cedar and musk, it's the cozy, why am I having trouble reading today? Bear with me. It's the cozy, time-warm scent of holiday wonder in the making. There we go. Jeez Louise. All right, the top notes here are wood and cherry. The mid notes are tobacco and suede. And then at the base, we have musk and cedar. All right, so what do I smell here? First of all, This is what I would consider a slightly more like masculine type of fragrance. I think it very much smells like a Christmas or holiday scent for sure. And I think what is giving me that like Christmas vibe with this one is that specifically the tobacco here, it smells like a sweet pipe tobacco type tobacco scent. It kind of reminds me of like Santa's pipe, and it is a really nice tobacco note. Now, tobacco isn't for everybody, but this particular one I feel like might be somewhat universal. If you like the smell of cherry, specifically a like dark cherry, you're really gonna also enjoy this one because the cherry and the tobacco really are the primary notes in this one for my nose. The cherry smells a lot like the cherry note in the Tom Ford Lost Cherry fragrance. If you've ever experienced that one or any of the dupes from any of the dupe brands, you know what I'm talking about. The cherry is, it's definitely a dark cherry. It is ever so slightly perfumey, but it's a really nice cherry note. And that really is the bulk of what I get here. I would say that that is 75% of this fragrance for me, is that sweet, like pipe tobacco, and then a deep, dark, sweet, slightly perfumey cherry. Now, I do think that there is a little bit of a, they say suede, but I feel like it smells like the white leather note that Kringle has used in the past. So for me, I'm not gonna say it's suede per se. I'm gonna call it white leather. It's definitely lighter than your more like deeper, darker mahogany leather note. How would I don't want to say a cleaner leather note. That's not, and it's not fresher either. It's just different. Sorry, I'm clearly probably not doing the best job of getting this point across here, but if you have ever smelled that white leather note in some of Kringle Candle's other scents that have had that particular note, that's what I'm smelling here. It's not so much suede, it's white leather. Also, there is a little bit of a woodiness here. I would say it comes across as a little bit of like an oak type wood note. There is a musk that is present here. It comes across as a little bit of a perfumey musk. And then cedar. Yeah, I do smell some cedar in here for sure. It is presenting as a little bit more masculine, but I do think just combined with the name that they picked for this, like it really is, it gives you that like Santa's workshop type of vibe. It really does. Like you can definitely imagine the little elves, you know, at their little workstations, and then Santa smoking his pipe in a corner, I don't know, having a cup of coffee or something, gearing up for his big night. But yeah, I think that this particular fragrance is a really nice, slightly more masculine option for the holidays. So if you're looking for something like that, you might want to consider this one. If you are nervous about the tobacco, if you're nervous about the cherry, I was a little nervous about the cherry on this one because cherry can sometimes go medicinal. It didn't go medicinal for me, but if you're concerned that that dark cherry note might smell a little medicinal to you, start out with the Daylight. There is no sense in purchasing a, what are these 2 wicks, 31, what are they, $31? Why am I not remembering how much these are? Hold on, I'm having a brain fart here. Yeah, they're 31 bucks. If you're not ready to commit to a $31 candle without being 100% sure, go for the Daylight. That is a great affordable way to start with Kringle. And it gives you a great sense of, you know, like what you can experience from the larger candles. Are you going to get the exact same strength and throw out of a small, like, votive, a sample votive? No, you're not gonna get that. But you'll be able to actually burn the wax and have a sense of what you can experience from a larger size. And You might be the type that is like, you know what? I don't even want to waste my time with a 2-wick on this. I love it so much that I would rather put that money towards a 4-wick. So that's why I think the daylights are super helpful. Is it just kind of helps you in maybe making some smarter shopping decisions. So anyway, strength and throw. Let's go there, you guys. Okay, strength and throw are solid on this one. It's it's between a 7 and an 8. Honestly, this one's quite potent. So let's average it out at about 7.5. The throw, I would put probably somewhere in the same range there. It's strong enough to definitely fill a lot of the downstairs. I do have to be mindful about what I burn alongside. Right now, I haven't found a whole lot of fragrances that I'm currently burning that I think work really well with this one. Oddly enough, I think Leaves from Bath & Body Works has actually been the best pairing here. I think that like nectar type note just kind of pairs really well with the cherry in this one, but definitely it is potent enough to where you're gonna have to be mindful about what else you are burning at the same time as this one. So good strength and throw. It's solid, especially for a 2-wick. I think the 4-wick would be too much for me. If I do repurchase this one in the future, it will only be in a 2-wick format. All right. Overall burn quality. Obviously, I haven't burned this one quite as much as the other fragrances, but it seems to be doing fine. Let me go ahead and turn this around so that you can see what we are working with in terms of the wax, the wicks, and the jar. So nice clean jar still. The wicks are great. You are gonna have to trim them. You don't have to trim them a whole lot. They don't form huge mushroom tops on this one. Or carbon balls, but enough to where you definitely want to do a little bit of trimming. But yeah, nice clean burn. This has now been lit, by the way, for just about a half hour, so it hasn't even reached a full wax pull yet. And it is already like this entire room is filled with this fragrance. And even as I was walking in here with the camera after I placed the candle, like it was starting to waft out of the dining room. And if you have watched some of my other reviews that I have filmed in this room in the past, you've heard me mention that this room kind of holds fragrance in because the openings into this space are a little bit smaller. So this is not part of the more like open concept areas of the house here. It's a little bit more secluded, if you will, but it's escaping this area. So this one's potent. Make sure that you pick the right size for the experience that you're trying to create. I really think for me, the 4-wick would be way too much in this one. So for what it's worth, those are my thoughts on this one. I really like it. And I do see myself repurchasing this in the future. I don't think I'll need another one this year. I think this one will probably be plenty, but it is one that I would definitely purchase next year if they decide to keep it around. Usually we see a lot of these Kringle candle scents, if they sell at least remotely well, they tend to just kind of stick around. So let's all cross our fingers that this one sticks around. In fact, I would like all of the fragrances from this year's collection to stick around because I think they're all pretty good for the most part. So anyway, let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments below. I really appreciate you guys being here. Subscribe if you're new. There is one more candle review coming in a few hours here today, so stay tuned for that. And I appreciate you guys being here. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.